Hi, Cancer. How are you? Welcome to Chronicles of a Hoodoo Spiritualist, my channel here on YouTube, and I am Renee Michelle. Cancer, this is for you. This is the month of January 2016. Starting off with Cancer because we forgot about Cancer for the weekly reading. So Cancer is going to be first up, going to be uploaded first, going to be there before everybody else. Because I know you waited so patiently and graciously these last couple of days while I, tried my best to get your video up as soon as possible. So for that, we're going to do your monthly reading for January 2016, and we are going to post it immediately. Normally I would record everyone's and then post them one by one all together. But just for you, you're going to get a little bit earlier your video. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments. Everything has been positive for the most part. And it has been a ride that I cannot even explain. And thank you so much for that. So here we go, Cancer. Your monthly reading for the month of January 2016. Happy New Year. Let's go. Already they popping. Popping. The underlining of the reading is you taking a new step in a new direction. It's a risk, right? The Fool card is about going into the unknown, right? On a new journey that is not where you are right now, right? It's understanding that in order to move forward, you're going to have to take a chance, right? It may be against everything that everybody around you is saying. From the best advice of the most important people in your life. But you need to make this change. You know you have to do it. You have to take this step. And that's the underlining of the month. Right? Making this new move in a new direction at the beginning of the year in January 2016. Going into this month, you feel a little down, a little defeated by something, right? But you know what? I'm looking at this card, and it's not you that's defeated. You had to lay something down. You had to say no, right? Somebody was fighting with you about something, and you were like, get the heck out of here. And you know what I feel like? I feel like somebody wanted you to help them financially. Because, you see, here she's looking, I think this is you, whether male or female. And she's looking down on this guy, and she's like, oh, look, I had to do it. I'm sorry. Right? But you see, she has her back to the financial card of successful gain and money. So my interpretation of this is that someone came to you for money, said, listen, I need this, this, that, and the third. And you were like, oh, no, 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 no. It was a fight they couldn't win because you wasn't giving up your coin for nobody. You wasn't giving up this coin. Right? And they weren't asking you for a small amount of money. They were asking you for something that was substantial. And this could also be, somebody asking you for a hand in another form of fashion, asking you to extend your generosity to them to help them out. Let me move into you with you for a couple of weeks. Hans was like, nah, I can't do that. And they tried and they tried and they tried, and you was like, nope, sorry, can't do it. The first week of the month, I have you going on ready for this journey, right? Because sometimes they say this is a person, but I go more on feeling and emotion. This is a feeling. This is a Knight of Pentacles, and in the Knight of Pentacles, when the King yells charge, right? He not taking off like the cups of the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Wands. He's sitting back. He's observing the war. He's seeing where people are winning, people are losing, and deciding which way to go. He's being observant. He's making a significant plan based on the actions that are going on at the time. This is you this week, this first week. Right? Going into this new thing, thinking to yourself, okay, listen. I want to make a move, but I better watch it. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I make the right move, and I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to plan it out. I'm going to know I'm going to go left, and if left doesn't work, I'm going to go right. You have the whole situation planned. Before you even take that leap of faith this month, before you go into that new direction, you're going to be ready with a plan, a secure idea of the road you're going to take. So even though it's a risk, something new, something different, something out of what you're already doing, whether it's starting a new job or moving, you have it all planned out. Right? This first week, if you don't have it all planned out, that's what you're doing. You're getting ready. You're planning everything. This is what I'm going to do to take off in this direction. By the second week, you're heartbroken about something. Something happens to deter your plans a little bit. You didn't expect it to happen the way it happens, It's unavoidable from what I feel. But you'll get through it, right? Because, we have this plan and we have this idea, this dream, right? And then we got to understand that in dreams, everything turns out perfectly. There's no snags, there's no rips, there's no tears. It's just 100% go, And at the end of the dream, we attain what we want to obtain, and we feel fabulous. But something is going to come along the second week of January that's going to make you feel like, oh, man, are you serious? I had planned to do this, and this. And now, because this didn't go through, because this didn't happen, I may have to wait. And this feeling moves into the third week, because then you start to worry. Like, am I going to be able to do this? Am I really, 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 really going to be able to pull this off? Am I going to be able to make this change? And what I loved about this deck and what I love about these cards is that it shows things very specifically that I take, right? These two homeless people are sitting and they're worried, like, how are we going to eat? How are we going to... It's supposed to rain today. How are we going to have shelter? What are we going to do? And they're sitting right outside the church. The stained glass window is above. So for me, this is such a deeper meaning because it means that there's somebody, somewhere, something that can help you get through this situation. There's other cards of worry. There's other cards of stress that are in the tarot deck. But this one says, look, there's a way out. You just got to look for it. Right? So the third week, you're worried, but there's an option. There's somebody that you can turn to help you out. Look for it. By the fourth week of the month, right? You've done all that you can do, right? The Hermit card is one of, people think it's a solitude of turning in, which is true. You know, you're self-reflecting, growing in oneself by reading, getting the knowledge that you need to move forward. And this is for you, it's a graduation from this guy, right? Because now you're going into yourself and you're taking the time to really, really look over things, right? And know what you want to do to go forward. Because she's holding a light in her hand. That may look like an hourglass, but it's a light. It's a lantern to shine her way through. So the thing about the Hermit is once you've reflected and you've learned all you need to learn, you studied the books or you Googled whatever it is that you need to do to go forward, you're ready to go forward and move forward, and the lantern lights your path. So by the end of the month, you've done all that you needed to do. Right? You did all the things you need to do to get this thing to work out. Right? And the overview and the outcome of the month is two very, very, very important cards, right? They're two major arcana cards. And then what it tells me about the month is that you have the strength. It's about balancing everything and putting everything together, right? Using the necessary force, but not too much to obtain your goal. See her there? That's a wolf. Wolves are wild. They eat people. Right? And she's just sitting there on his back, relaxed, right? With the flower in her hand. And just enough balance, you know, to tame him. So if you have to balance your emotions, tame your tongue, right? Adjust your schedule. Whatever you have to do to move forward, to obtain this strength, right? Because you want a strong foundation for where you're going. And then here the World card. Look how beautiful. This is completion. This is coming full circle on something that you started. This is, I've done the work, it's done. And now I'm ready to move forward. So by the end of the month, you're pretty strong in your idea, right? Or you have already completed everything you needed to complete it about this leap that you're taking. And in the tarot, they're the major arcana, right? And many readers say it along with myself that if you get 4 more of these, you're at a life-changing time in your life. You have 4 in this reading. And not only that, you're being forced by a higher power. It's beyond your control. It's something that has to happen. All right? It has to happen. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing anybody can say. Right? This is your new path, your new direction. And you may have gone through a little struggles, a little bumpy roads in the middle of the month. But at the end of the month, if you haven't gotten it yet, you're well on your way to getting there. It's everything but done at the end of the month if you haven't finished it by the end of the month. All right, Cancer. Happy New Year. Let's go. New Year. I'm with you. Let's do it. Stay blessed. Ashe.